a mortgage broker suggested rent vesting. But what if I find our unicorn after we buy the investment house and I can't buy it? So that whole fear of missing out on what could be because you take a different path or a different action, it's an option that is really valid. Rent vesting is certainly getting you into the property market. It's not solving the housing challenge that they have with their unique layout and family requirements. Maybe they can achieve that with a rental. But this is a really personal fear that people have. If I do this, what happens if that comes up and it's better? And it can be, Veronica, even when you're buying a home, it can be one of the limiting factors that stops people from making decisions to proceed, even if they think, that's good enough. What if something better comes along? It's real.
It's a commitment phobe. It's like, not getting married. I'm worried that once I choose that person, that's it.
Someone better's going to come along.
The lovely thing is that down the track, you get to upgrade with homes and it's accepted. Whereas when you're choosing a partner, it's not as commonly accepted that you're allowed to upgrade. So the thing with this though, and it is, look, I think rent vesting is a very valid option for people who really are on the cusp of not being able to ever buy a home to live in where they want to be, that's going to be big enough for them, right? But the problem is if you are still within cooee of being able to do it, if there's still a possibility you just need to reframe or change some of your parameters, then the problem with rent vesting is that you're sort of closing the door on that idea of buying your own home, because there's tax implications with rent vesting versus buying your own home. So, for instance, if you do the stepping stone strategy and you buy your first home, knowing that you're going to upgrade at some future point, and we say always at least think 5 years ahead, then when you sell the home that you bought to live in, you don't have to pay any tax on that.
Yeah, but capital gains tax-free.
That's
the tax
correct.
that we're referring to there. Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not giving you finance advice or a tax advice here. It's just a fact that in this country currently, you don't have to pay tax when you sell your home that you've lived in, as long as you've never rented it out, right? So, but if you then go and sell a property after you've rent vested for a period of time, you're going to lose a portion of your gains in tax. So using a rent vesting strategy as a stepping stone strategy is flawed because of that tax that you have to pay before you can then upgrade to a home. So it works for some people if they got really low earnings now and they know they're going to be earning heaps of money down the track, it's less of an issue. But if your income is going to sort of stay on a fairly predictable trajectory, then that's a very risky strategy. So I would say that if you do decide to rent vest, you're then saying, right, okay, I'm quite happy and I'm making my mind up that I may never actually own my own home to live in.
And that's a big call. That's a tough one. So, yep, valid strategy. Really think about it if it is part of your stepping stone and you do want to actually get into something, as Veronica says.